Harvester bedenken. Tong ist eine Nervensäge, aber ich weiß, wo er steht. Ihm ist klar, dass Belcher ihn mundtot macht, wenn er aus der Reihe tanzt. Ich glaube nicht, dass seine Harvester etwas mit der Explosion zu tun hat. Ich weiß, dass Wang irgendeinen Unsinn verbreitet. Er habe einige Tage vor den Vorfall Harvester in den Docks gesehen. Das bedeutet gar nichts. Die sind doch überall. Wie Ratten. Der Deal, den Tong mit uns laufen hat, ist zu gut für ihn. Die wenigen Probleme mit seinen Jungs können genauso gut inszeniert sein. Er klopft auf den Busch, wir klopfen auf den Busch und dazu noch die Reste von Ohr. Wir könnten aus der Explosion vielleicht sogar einen Vorteil schlagen. Die Angst vor dem Terrorismus bringt uns doch ohne Zweifel noch mehr Aufträge. Wenn bei dir untätig Männer rumsitzen, schick sie her, ich finde schon eine Arbeit für sie. Bernie, die Harvester-Krise hat im Unternehmen höchste Kreise erreicht. Es gibt Bedenken. Ähnliche Vorfälle könnten unseren Ruf schädigen und möglicherweise weitere Aufträge verhindern. Vor allem im pazifischen Raum. Die Explosion von Han Ming kam gar nicht gut an. Wird dieser Tong mitspielen oder müssen wir ein weiteres Exempel statuieren? Ich kann mir Männer schicken, falls du welche brauchst. Frank, also trotz der vergleichbar schlechten Presse über ihre Operation in China, namentlich Hensha, sind wir immer noch sehr daran interessiert, Bell Tower sowas jetzt zu beauftragen. Wie bereits besprochen, würde das die Überwachung von Bender Serie Begawan sowie eines Großteils der Provinzgebiete und unserer maritimen Interesse, hauptsächlich Ölplattformen, umfassen. Wir würden uns über eine erste Analyse und einen Zeitplan für die Stationierung einer Bell-Tower-Sicherheitstruppe zum frühestmöglichen Zeitpunkt sehr freuen und treten hiermit in ernsthafte Verhandlungen ein. Frank, kümmern Sie sich darum. Ich habe bereits bestätigen lassen, dass wir interessiert sind. Klären Sie die Einzelheiten und halten Sie mich auf dem Laufenden. Captain, Sie müssen mir einige Verträge herausschicken und in mein Büro schicken. Es gibt da einige Fragen bezüglich der vertraglichen Verpflichtungen von Bell Tower gegenüber mehreren Organisationen in der Umgebung der Rifleman Bank Station sowie der gesteigerten Sturmaktivitäten in dieser Saison. Die Häufigkeit und Schwere der Stürme könnte kostspielig werden, falls wir tatsächlich zu Hilfseinsätzen im Katastrophenfall verpflichtet sind. Vielleicht finden wir einen Weg, die Absprachen ein wenig zu unserem Vorteil zu frisieren. Ich schicke unverzüglich eine Liste. Außerdem brauche ich einen Bericht über mögliche Vorräte von Bergungsaktionen in den fraglichen Gebieten. Könnte das unsere Verluste kompensieren? Das weiß ich nicht. So, dann gucken wir noch in den Luftschacht hier rein. Aha. Virus und noch ein bisschen Credits. 200 sogar. Das ist ja mehr, als ich bisher gefunden habe in diesem Kapitel gefunden habe. So. Jetzt hier komme ich nirgendwo rein. Oh, das ist scheiße hier. So, wir warten, bis die Kamera hier wieder rumgedreht hat. Dann geht's weiter. Und zwar zurück. Nicht weiter, sondern erstmal zurück. Und dann gucken wir mal, wo uns dieser Luftschacht hinführt. Wir da tatsächlich in Zellalluke kommen. Nee. PDA gefunden. Captain Engel, Sie müssen einige Verträge raussuchen. Hä? Das habe ich doch gerade gelesen. Das ist sehr seltsam. Okay, leider hilft mir diese Ding hier überhaupt nichts. Diese Luftschacht, das ist ein wenig unbefriedigend. Was machen wir denn jetzt? So, dann wollen wir mal.
That's far enough, Jensen.
You're behind this?
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
Ist das nicht die, die uns vorhin verprügelt hat? Ah ja.
Why don't you put the gun down? Then maybe we can talk.
You think I'm stupid? You've got every reason in the world to hate me, and I've heard what you do to your enemies. Tell me, did you enjoy putting so many BT contractors into comas?
You're the one who let me off the leash.
It wasn't my choice. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to get us both killed before this is over. But if we'd left you in that brig, who'd be around to save your Dr. Reed?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Bell Tower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Lass
Not
mich
what
hier
you
gehen.
think. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Bell Tower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp. There's some kind of black project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
Gleich.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with doctors and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Blackhawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
I'm gonna need more information than that. Tell me about this black project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp and they just disappear.
Das ist natürlich nicht so geil.
Why me, Keitner? That is your name, isn't it? The one Burke used back on the ship?
Natanya Keitner, yes. And it has to be you, because any movements I make are noted and logged. I can't risk blowing cover.
Cover? Who are you working for?
A few months ago, an Interpol agent approached me. They've had Bell Tower on their radar for some time, but they've never been able to prove anything. The things that agent pointed out about this base, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So you see, Jensen, I really am playing the good cop and the bad cop.
Okay, ich habe keine Wahl zu sagen, nein. Lass mich in Ruhe, ich will hier weg. Okay, ja dann.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Only this sector, why not others?
Because you're a fugitive, Jensen. The less room I give you to maneuver in, the more likely it is you'll stay one. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command tower. You'll need to upload this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your infolink once you do. Any more questions?
The guards in the prison complex, are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained, special operatives. So if you start a firefight in there, don't expect to live long.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, nicht so geil.
I could use some more hardware. Any chance Corporal Tyler will have access to the armory?
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very low profile. Still, there is someone who might be able to supply you. One of the base mechanics, a civilian named Quinn. He runs a nice sideline in procurement.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do, and because he has no love for Burke. He's in the lower level maintenance area near the elevator. He'll get you what you need.
Okay, das mache ich gern.
I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny? You think I'd risk so much because... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Bell Tower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections. Which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt. Innocent people. And we have to find out why and expose it.
Exposure could destroy Bell Tower.
Bell Tower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
Ja, dann.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll upload to the security network from here, so get going. Alan Tyler will exist by the time you reach the prison security port. Just be careful, and try not to draw too much attention.
Okay. Ich würde gerne hier nochmal reingucken. Okay, was auch immer da jetzt passiert ist. Na dann,
What? What do you need, Jensen? Because this is gonna take some time.
nix.
That's all I need to know.
Great. Then get out of here. And contact me when you're in the prison.
Jo, mache ich. Tschüss, ne? Bin dann mal weg. Ach, falsche Taste. Hilfe von innen. Netanyas Kontakt treffen. Gut, dann muss ich vermutlich dann den Aufzug fahren. Okay, Quick Save. Leiter hoch. Hier wieder rein. Hier wieder runter. Und zum Aufzug. Jetzt kann ich den tatsächlich noch benutzen. Warte mal, der bewegt sich jetzt. Der Typ. Ah, jetzt steht er wieder da. Nee. So, ich bin auf jeden Fall autorisiert, würde ich sagen. Oh je, ich bin hier draußen. Das ist ja mega safe und mega hässlich, das Wasser da draußen. Alter Schwede. Okay, 2011. Wobei ich weiß gar nicht, Missing Link, kam das nicht ein bisschen später? Das weiß ich jetzt tatsächlich.
Are you Quinn?
Yeah, that's me. Jensen, is it? You weren't followed, were you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I can believe that. They're having a hell of a time keeping up with you.
I intend on keeping it that way.
Well, you've certainly ruffled a few feathers higher up. It's not like they don't know you're here. Stowed away on the ship, I mean. It's only a matter of time before they bring the hammer down. Put a stop to your gallivanting on the base. I just hope I'm not near you when the iron's hot and you're on the anvil.
Look, Keitner said you can help me. Can you?
Yeah, she told me to be expecting you. I'm just glad you came as soon as you did instead of going off on your own. There's enough kegs of powder lying around here already without throwing another loose cannon in the mix. You know how much we're risking to keep you off the radar? We've only got so much pull around here. It's Burke's show, and he'll do as he bloody well pleases. Which means stamping out any rats the moment he gets wind of them.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with it? I understand you run a nice little sideline in procurement.
Aye. From time to time you might say being inclined to do a little, how should we call it? Bartering. On the side. Since the commander signed off on it, I suppose I could open my stock to you. For a price, that is.
You mean I have to pay?
What? Of course you have to bloody well pay. I ain't exactly a fucking armory quartermaster down here. I'm just a civvy contractor trying to make ends meet. This ain't a bleeding charity.
Considering the circumstances.
Circumstances? What, that you're a fugitive and I'm risking my neck just talking to you? What are you trying to pull here? Although, I don't suppose you had anything to do with the stasis pod that was saved back on the ship.
How do you know about that?
Ah, so it was you, eh? Well, let's just say I have my sources and your little random act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on me wares. Just no freebies or handouts. But now that I think of it, if you're looking for a little something for nothing and don't mind a little legwork, I've got an errand that could use running. Consider it a special offer of sorts. Interested?
What exactly do you do here, Quinn?
In a more civilized world, you might say I pass for the base's lead maintenance engineer. But if you look at it from Beltar's point of view, I might as well just be a glorified janitor. Pays good though, so, you know, not complaining.
If the pay is good, why the underground market?
Well, why not? You see, civilian contractors operate under different jurisdiction when it comes to bringing outside goods into the base. So while the rank and file grunts can only order and receive essentials, toothpaste and the like, I, being the entrepreneurial chap that I am, offer them a more robust catalogue of goods and services. You know the sort. Smokes, beverages, and gentleman's literature.
How does this involve weapons?
Now, let me finish. As an enterprising fellow, I require an exchange of valuables for these slightly less than essential supplies, and often receive some very non-civilian contractor-regulated equipment in exchange, if you catch my drift. Now, normally, I launder my stock through a contact on the mainland, but a deal in Shanghai recently fell through, so lucky for you, I've got some excess inventory to move. Consider this whole arrangement a matter of fortunate timing.
And Keitner is okay with all of this?
Not exactly. You see, some time ago, the commander got wind of my little operation down here. But before she could throw me in the brig, I offered her something I knew she couldn't refuse. Information. I ain't bragging, but I've managed to build myself quite a little network of sparrows and gophers. I'd known for a while that she'd been at odds with that prick Burke. In the end, we reached a rather simple mutual agreement. I keep her in the loop, and she keeps my neck out of the noose, so to speak.
Okay, cool.
What can you tell me about this base?
Nothing you don't know, probably. To the outside world, it's a Beltar Naval Logistics headquarters and supply point for their Pacific operations. Beneath the surface, though, it's much, much more.
How so?
Look, nothing personal, mate, but I prefer if the commander did most of the informing. As far as I'm concerned, the less I know, and more importantly, the less I say in this matter, the better off we all are.
Tell me about the commander, Keitner.
Lieutenant Commander, officially. But the grunts don't pay no mind to that. She's the commander as far as they're concerned. It's the Reds who stick to the formalities, you see. Because they're Burke's boys. The spooks. Special operations. You might say there's a bit of a division of loyalty among the troops.
Between Keitner's men and Burke's?
Aye. Since time immemorial, there's always been a rivalry of sorts between grunts and spooks. I always assumed it came down to ego. But it's different here. Probably because Burke's different.
What do you mean?
Well, for a start, the man might be a righteous prick, but he's got the respect of his men. And the higher-ups think he's a visionary based on some fancy tech he drummed up a few years back. In other words, the man's got a lot of influence and a lot of power, and, well, I don't think that old proverb needs repeating here.
Okay.
Alright, tell me about this special offer.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this base is packing some serious heat. Especially in the form of those walking brick shithouse boxcars. If you get me a few odds and ends, I might be able to whip up a little something to make getting around easier, if you catch my meaning.
What kind of something are we talking about here?
Nothing fancy. Just a 329 series MPRS.
A rocket launcher?
That's right, mate. And custom built. By yours truly, of course. You see, well, I might be able to get my fingers on some low-level arms. I'm a little restricted when it comes to military-grade bells and whistles. And I'm itching to try out a new trigger propulsion mix. Maybe even recalibrate the guidance system for some extra punch.
I'm not convinced jury-rigged explosives are exactly my style.
Look, I'm not telling you how to do your job or anything, but you might want to consider carrying a little extra insurance while you're here. Look, all you gotta do is find me some components. I'll do the rest. An earlier boat had a shipment of 329s, but I wasn't able to poach any of them before they made it to the armory. Luckily, little Sparrow in my employ managed to lose one through maintenance circulation, but he got himself shit-canned before I could collect. Now my little bute's lying around the base somewhere in bloody pieces. The launcher, I mean, not the wee man. Though, no idea really happened to him.
Right, so, long story short, you need me to find the parts and bring them back to you.
Yeah, that about sums it up, I'd say. Just find me the trigger module, scope assembly, and launch a barrel, and we're in business. I could scrape up the rest from leftovers here in the shop.
I think I already found one.
Aye. Let me see what you got there. That's the 329 scope assembly. Let me know when you find the other two.
Ja, ich gucke jetzt mal, was er sonst noch hat. Praxiskit. Selbst wenn ich es jetzt nicht brauchen kann, das kann ich später gebrauchen.
No refunds.
Brauche ich auch nicht. Lass mich rein an deinen Tresor hier. Ah, guck mal an, wo ich bin. Hahaha. Ist ja geil. So, ich habe immer noch die Kommunikationszentrale, wo ein Code drin steckt, den ich noch nicht benutzt habe. Das ist sehr mysteriös. Hey. Weil ich eigentlich dachte, ich hätte schon den Großteil davon angeguckt. So, 54 Meter. Was ist in 54 Meter? Ist da... Ah, da ist schon... was steht denn da alles? Irgendwas geht in der Basis vor. Eine Doppelagentin namens Keitner braucht meine Hilfe, um bei der Sache auf den Grund zu gehen. Er sagte mir, ich soll das Internierungslager untersuchen und hat mir Zugang durch den ersten Sicherheitskontrollpunkt gegeben. Ich muss meine biometrischen Daten auf einen Sicherheitscomputer im Lager hochladen, um weiter vorzurücken. Der Computer befindet sich in einem zentralen Kommandoturm. Ja gut. So. Flupp. Der hat sich vor allem bewegt. Safe. Gut, dafür habe ich keinen Code, aber wollen wir uns doch da mal reinhacken.
Access granted.
Oh fuck, da sitzt ja einer. Ah! Warum sagt mir das denn keiner? Oh, E-Book. Das habe ich doch, glaube ich, schon mal gelesen. Das Illuminat-Ding habe ich doch schon mal gelesen. Die Zeitung habe ich auch schon. Sicherheit Stufe 2, kann ich nichts mit anfangen. Boah, ich muss ja mal sagen, ich freue mich schon ein bisschen auf den zweiten aufs zweite Mal durchspielen. Wenn ich sage, drauf geschissen, was hier mit Achievements und so weiter ist. Und nicht einfach bloß Gute Nacht. Oh, jetzt habe ich seinen Platz hier direkt eingenommen. Das wollte ich gar nicht. Komm doch mal mit hier. Ich will nämlich sicher gehen, dass wenn hier jemand reinkommt, dass man dich nicht findet. So, gucken wir mal. Pistolenmunition hat er dabei. Was ist denn ein Speichermedium? Was ist denn auf dem Speichermedium drauf? Psychometriedatendisk, Speichermedium. Ah, alles klar, okay. Diese Datendisk enthält Sicherheitsfreigaben und biometrische Daten für Corporal Tyler, das Pseudonym des Lieutenant Commander Keitner gegeben hat. Sie müssen sie in einem Sicherheitscomputer im zentralen Kommandoturm des Internierungslagers hochladen, um Zugang zum abgesperrten Befragungstrakt zu bekommen. Was mit dem Speichermedium? Dieser Disk steht OCM Panchaya. Ein wieder beschreibbares Speichermedium, das holographisch verschlüsselte Informationen enthält. Die Datenauslesung ist nur möglich, wenn die Disk in den korrekten Displaytisch eingeschoben wird. Diese Disk trägt die Beschriftung OCM Panchaya 1 bis 5. Panchaya, das war doch das Ding, was Taggart gebaut hat. Das, diese Offshore-Anlage. Dann legt dieses scheiß Bier weg. Ey. Nehme ich lieber die Schmerzmittel mit.